What if I told you that aging does not have to mean decline? What if the choices you make today could actually add 10, maybe even 15 more years of energy, clarity, and joy to your life? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I will share 5 surprising truths about aging. Truths most doctors wish every person over 50 already knew. And here's the challenge. As you listen, pick one of the 5 signs that resonates with you the most. Then, when you're done, write the number in the comments. If fact number 3 strikes you, type 3. If number 5 feels like your reality, write 5. This simple action not only locks the lesson in your mind, but also helps others see they're not alone. Let's dive in. The story of Margaret and Robert. Before we reveal these 5 facts, let me introduce you to 2 people. Margaret and Robert are both in their early 60s. They grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same schools, and even worked in similar careers. But as they stepped into their 50s, their paths started to look very different. Margaret always believed aging was out of her control. She stopped exercising, grabbed quick processed meals, and brushed off the idea of mental health. That's just how life goes, she would say. Robert, on the other hand, became curious. He started reading, asking questions, and making small but consistent changes. He didn't run marathons, but he took daily walks. He didn't follow extreme diets, but he added vegetables and cut back on sugar. He didn't meditate for hours, but he took 5 minutes each morning to breathe. 10 years later, Margaret struggles with fatigue, brain fog, and medication after medication. Robert? He's hiking with his grandchildren, laughing, and feeling younger at 70 than Margaret feels at 60. So what made the difference? The very 5 facts I'm about to share. Fact number 1. Aging is not just about genetics. Here's a shocking truth. Only about 20 to 30% of your lifespan is controlled by your genes. The rest is shaped by lifestyle and environment. Many people believe, well, my parents had heart disease, so I will too. Or, my grandmother had arthritis, so it's inevitable for me. But research shows that while genetics play a role, your daily habits determine whether those genes are turned on or stay silent. Think of your genes like a loaded gun. Lifestyle is the finger on the trigger. Practical tip? Start small. Swap one processed snack for a fruit today. Take the stairs instead of the elevator once a day. These little decisions accumulate and literally rewrite the story your genes want to tell. So if you're listening right now and you've ever blamed your family history for your health, remember this: you hold more control than you think. Fact number 2. Muscle loss starts earlier than you realize. Did you know you begin losing muscle as early as your 30s? By the time most people reach 60, they've lost up to 1/3 of their muscle mass. That's why even simple tasks, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or getting out of a chair become difficult. Doctors call this sarcopenia, and it's one of the silent reasons seniors lose independence. But here's the hopeful part. Muscle loss can be slowed and even reversed with gentle strength training. Robert, from our story, started doing bodyweight exercises at home. Squats, wall push-ups, and light dumbbell lifts. Nothing fancy, nothing extreme. Just 10 minutes a day. Over time, his balance improved, his energy skyrocketed, and he stayed independent. Practical tip? Start with chair squats. Sit and stand 10 times in a row, twice a day. It may feel simple, but your muscles will thank you. If this fact about muscle loss surprised you, write 2 in the comments. You'll be amazed how many others feel the same shock. Fact number 3. Your brain needs exercise too. Here's something many overlook. Aging isn't just about the body, it's about the brain. After the age of 50, your risk for memory decline grows significantly. But memory loss is not a normal or inevitable part of aging. Scientists have found that mental activity, reading, puzzles, and learning new skills actually strengthens the brain's connections. Social activity is just as important. Isolation can shrink brain capacity as much as smoking does to the lungs. Margaret stopped going out, preferring to sit alone watching television. Robert, on the other hand, joined a local walking group. He laughed, chatted, and made new friends. His brain stayed sharp not just because of books, but because of community. Practical tip: learn something new this month. A language, a recipe, even a card game. And call a friend. Social connection is medicine for the brain. If you agree this fact is critical, type 3 below so we know you're committed to keeping your brain strong.
Fact number 4. Food is not just fuel, it's information. Think of every bite you take as a message to your body. Some foods tell your body to fight inflammation, repair cells, and boost energy. Others whisper destruction, creating fatigue, weight gain, and disease. Doctors now know that inflammation is the root of many age-related diseases, arthritis, diabetes, even Alzheimer's. And food is one of the most powerful switches. Margaret leaned on fast food, high-sugar snacks, and processed meals. Over time, her body responded with joint pain, constant colds, and brain fog. Robert, however, discovered the power of colorful plates, greens, berries, nuts, and fish. He didn't starve himself, he simply upgraded his choices. Practical tip: aim for one extra color on your plate each day. If you had rice and chicken, add broccoli. If you had oatmeal, top it with blueberries. The rainbow approach feeds your body the nutrients it craves. This may be the easiest tip to begin today, so if you're willing to add just one more color to your plate, comment 4. Fact number 5. Prevention is more powerful than cure. The final fact may be the most shocking. Up to 80% of chronic illnesses in older adults, like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers, can be prevented with lifestyle changes. Yet many wait until disease arrives before making adjustments. Doctors stress that prevention is not about fear, it's about freedom. It's about catching issues early, scheduling checkups, and adopting healthy habits long before problems show up. Robert went for annual screenings, checked his blood pressure, and stayed on top of his health numbers. Margaret avoided doctors, saying, "If I don't know, I don't have to worry." Sadly, by the time she faced her health problems, they were far harder to reverse. Practical tip: schedule your checkup this month. Ask your doctor about blood pressure, cholesterol, and glucose levels. Knowledge is not scary, it is power. If you believe prevention is the ultimate form of self-care, type 5 in the comments right now. Bringing it all together. So, what have we learned from Margaret and Robert and from decades of research? 1. Genetics matter less than lifestyle. 2. Muscle loss is real but reversible. 3. The brain needs exercise and social connection. 4. Food acts as information, not just calories. 5. Prevention beats cure every single time. The choices you make today, yes, even in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, shape the quality of your tomorrow. You are not too late, and it is not too hard. Remember, Robert didn't transform overnight. He took one small step, and then another. That's all it takes. And if he can do it, so can you. The call to action. Now, here's your turn. Which fact spoke to you the most? Was it number 2 about muscle loss? Or maybe number 3 about keeping your brain young? Choose your number and write it in the comments. Let's see which fact resonates most with this community. And if you want more stories like this, don't just watch, join us. Subscribe so you never miss the next powerful lesson about living longer and living better. Because aging doesn't have to be about decline. It can be about strength, clarity, and joy. The question is, which path will you choose?